Andrew Gibson with 1010XL and River City Hardball here in Tampa today. It's a beautiful day for the Yankees spring training as they take on the Atlanta Braves here with the first base coach of the Yankees, Travis Chapman, who's from Jacksonville. An old Bishop Kenny Crusader joins us right now. Coach, how are you today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me out here today.
Coach, you're from Jacksonville. Did you ever in your wildest dreams think that you would ever one day wear the pinstripes and coach for the Yankees?
No, not at all. When I was at Kenny, it was all about playing college baseball, and you see the names of Tommy Raffo and Charlie Anderson, and those guys come through Kenny and Jacksonville in general and get the opportunity to go play pro ball, and it's pretty cool. And to be sitting here today is really neat.
Coach Chapman, what is it like to every day put on those pinstripes? Because we're talking about Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, some of the greats of all time. You're wearing those pinstripes. What does that feel like?
It's an amazing feeling. There's nothing like being a New York Yankee, and you walk through the halls and you see all those retired numbers. We're out here spring training with Willie Randolph and the captain, and it's quite the honor.
Coach Chapman, tell me about your time in Jacksonville. You're from Jacksonville originally. You played at Bishop Kenny. What was your favorite memory from playing with Coach West at Bishop Kenny?
I'll tell you, it was actually a loss in the state championship, and we went down there. We won the semifinal game against a very good Tampa Jesuit team, and then we lost to Key West. Both teams ranked nationally, and but it was really the culmination of 4 years of a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and playing for one of the best coaches in the area, and it was a good time.
Tell me about playing for Coach West. What did he teach you, and what are some of your memories of playing for him?
Do things the right way, or else he was going to let you know about it. Always outwork everybody else. I felt like our whole team was in better shape than anybody else, and we always felt like we were outworked and outprepared pretty much every other team, and we were fortunate enough to win a lot of ball games, and Coach West was a big reason behind that.
You went on to Mississippi State, had a minor league career with the major leagues, and then went up and had a cup of coffee, they would say, in the major leagues with the Phillies. Tell me about the at-bat that you had in the major leagues. What do you remember from that?
It was up in Atlanta, and I guess just the nerves of fulfilling a childhood dream of making it to the big leagues and getting that opportunity to play. As it turns out, it was just the only one and only. A couple of injuries after that, and my career became as a coach. And but it was a fun playing career, and now I get to kind of try to help these guys live the same dream.
Final few moments here with Travis Chapman, the first base coach of the New York Yankees from Jacksonville, played at Bishop Kenny High School. The Crusaders have so many rivals, Bowles, so many different rivals. Who was your biggest rival when you played high school baseball at Kenny?
Bowles, hands down. You better believe it. They're always a good, scrappy team. They're coached well. Boswell was out there, and
yep.
They played the game well, and we always look forward to playing them each year.
Do you stay in touch with some of your Kenny teammates still to this day? Are there some guys that you still stay in touch with? 9
of us seniors, and I think 7 of us are in touch very regularly. So I have a lot of friends, lifelong friends from Bishop Kenny, and even growing up, I've gotten ticket requests from guys that played at San Souci and SYA with, and even Landon Middle School, and even a T-bowler guy I played with not too long ago. So,
do you ever get back to Jacksonville much?
Still live there in the off season, so I get back every off season, and every chance I get when we get an off day and I get a chance to fly home, I'll fly home, see the family. But Jacksonville's home. So
let's talk about the Yankees real quick as we wrap up. You're now in your third year as the first base coach of the Yankees. Tell me about your experience as the first base coach and what's it like coaching this team.
It's humbling. You go out there with Aaron Judge and Juan Soto and DJ LeMahieu and Anthony Rizzo, and it's a lot of great players, but my job here is to help those guys get better. First base coach, I do that, but I'm also in charge of all the infield and base running, and so my job is to help these great players just get a little bit better every day.
You were just working with Aaron Judge, or actually you're working with LeMahieu and Anthony Rizzo a few moments ago. What specifically were you trying to work on with those guys right there?
We're working through some team stuff there. Not to get into too much detail, but
right.
It's some team stuff, some areas we want to get better as a team this year, and they're veterans, and trying to have those conversations to see how we can do that best.
I think in the years that you've been the first base coach and really the coordinator of base running, the base running's really improved with the Yankees. What have you tried to implement in that area?
We just talked a lot about the little details, that we learned when we were really young about, ground ball reads at second base and line drives and stuff like that. We also talk about timing of secondaries and making sure those are adequate. And, basically the small things that help win ball games. Anytime we can gain an extra, couple inches or foot or 2 feet, we want to try to do that.
You mentioned Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. What do those two guys bring to the ballpark every day? Those are tremendous talents.
Yeah, they really are. And it's, I've had the pleasure of throwing BP to those guys, and, it's amazing. But having said that, it's detailed. Throwing to Judge, it's not just fastballs. Like, he wants breaking balls and sweepers and changeups and cutters and everything else in between. So he works really hard, and getting to know Juan now and see what his routine is.
When a guy comes down to first base, let's say Soto walks on 4 pitches, he comes down to first base. Are you guys talking strategy? Are you talking about, hey, what are we going tonight for dinner? What are you guys talking about at first base?
It's always strategy. Our job, when you put on these pinstripes, it's an honor, and the job's to win more ball games and win world championships, and we haven't done that in a while, and it's always about any little thing to help us get better in that moment. It's definitely not about dinner.
Describe the feeling of when you put those pinstripes on and you're coaching at Yankee Stadium. What's that like?
It's just neat. Like I said, it's humbling. You walk through the hallways, and there's pictures of all the retired Yankees, and there's the numbers everywhere in Monument Park, and and then you look at your roster, and a lot of good players, but we got to find a way to do it better so we can win some world championships like those previous teams.
Travis Chapman from the New York Yankees and from Jacksonville, and Bishop Kenny, thanks so much for a couple minutes today.
You got it. Appreciate having me.